From death came life, and the seeds of humanity were resown. But death's journey was not ended.
If you are tired of constantly getting one shot in Darksiders 2, I don't blame you. The combat in this game can actually get quite difficult, especially with aggressive enemies willing to do whatever it takes to bring you down. But what if there is a way that lets you beat your enemies without ever touching them, save your brother, and maybe even get revenge? Okay, so the first step to becoming overpowered in this game is to just play the game normally. Enjoy the story and combat because the game is actually quite fun even when you're still weak. I'll show you a few items that you can use to make your journey through the early and mid game a bit smoother till you finish your build. Meanwhile, make sure you collect as many Book of the Dead pages as you can. You don't need to find every single one, but make sure you have at least 20 of them to make the next steps possible. Another thing that you can do to make this part easier is to get the Skeletal Axe of Rending, which has Health Steal, and the Chaos Fangs. Health Steal allows you to regain health with every hit. Keep progressing through the game, saving both your money and the Book of the Dead pages until you reach the Crystal Spire. Once you reach this point, make sure you have all the combat skills in the game, as they are actually quite useful in combat and make the experience more enjoyable. Although you might not even need to use these moves if you go with the build that I made in this video. Next, visit all the different vendors in the game and obtain weapons with Health Steal and Rat Steal. For armor, if you are following the Necromancer path as I am, focus on acquiring stuff with Arcane, Arcane Critical Chance, and Arcane Critical Damage. They might not have all the stuff you need, so what you can do is check their stuff, and if they don't have what you need, then just quit the game and come back. Doing this may make them have new stuff, but it depends if you have bought something from them before or not. You might need to level up in order to use this trick. Once you have all the weapons and armor you need, go to Vulgrim and turn in your Book of the Dead pages for the Bone Keys. We will be making our way to the Dead Kingdom first, as there is one item there that is crucial for us to be able to make this build. Make your way to the lair of the Deposed King first and descend all the way until you reach the vault. Enter the vault, but before opening any chest, go to the right and acquire the Demon Heart Talisman. This item transforms any common weapon drop into a possessed weapon drop. And this vault contains many such drops, which is why we visit here first. Now we can finally begin sacrificing our weapons and armor to upgrade your possessed weapons. Make sure that you do not sacrifice any armor you intend to equip. Make sure it is already equipped before starting. For your scythes, upgrade them with Health Steal and Rat Steal. Then add Arcane Critical Chance and Arcane Critical Damage. Proceed to the other vault and repeat the process for your secondary weapon. You can again add Arcane Critical Chance, Critical Damage, Arcane, and any other attributes of your choosing. Now, this part is optional and some might even call it cheating, but I mean it's a billion-year-old game and no one is probably even watching this video, so I think it should be fine. Once you have fully maxed out your weapons and can no longer upgrade them, simply drop the weapon and pick it up again. For some reason, doing this allows you to start upgrading your weapon from scratch as if it were new, while keeping the upgraded stats from before. This might seem a bit unfair for your enemies, and if you consider this cheating, then you can skip this step entirely. Now we can make our way to Blackroot and turn in our Stone Bites. I personally like to focus more on Arcane Critical Damage, but feel free to look up the combinations online and choose whatever seem right to you. These are the skills I ended up selecting in the Necromancer tree. Again, feel free to pick any skills you prefer. It doesn't really matter if you have followed the previous steps. You won't face any trouble with anything. So after doing all that, we finally have our build. I'll let you guys check out the stats if you wish. I ended up using the whole dropping and upgrading your possessed weapons trick about 2 or 3 times. Now I'll walk you through some combat footage and explain my approach to fighting with this build, which is actually pretty straightforward. You hit the enemy once to completely fill both your health and wrath bar. Then use your wrath abilities, which now deal significantly more damage, to finish them off. For some of the harder enemies, you can also switch to your Reaper form, which is also stronger due to the upgrades from this build. Now keep in mind that I'm not playing on New Game Plus in this video, and if you were to start a New Game Plus, you'd end up being even more powerful than what you see here. With that, let's wrap up this video and I'll let you guys watch the rest of the combat footage, which includes the fight against the final boss.
Have you ever wondered, Death, why you are untouched, while those around you wither and rot in the grip of corruption? Could it be that you are already blackened by the sin of betrayal? How can you defeat that which seethes in your own heart?